Hi folks, Dick Moran here with Consumers First Mortgage, bringing you another Consumers Moment. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, there's a few things going on in the industry I thought you might like to know about. In particular, one interesting point about compensation of loan officers. If you recall, a while ago, a law was changed that didn't allow for loan officers to participate in any kind of last-minute adjustments in the closing figures. So if we were out some money and the homeowner was short, the transaction typically stopped on its nose until a solution was found. Well, there's been a change proposed by Gary Miller out of California with HR 2509 that would allow loan officers to contribute up to 30% of their compensation for that last minute fix if it should be needed. There's also another amendment waiting to be attached to a bill that would make the compensation rules only apply to subprime loans and not to the conventional conforming. Not sure which one will fly. I think the first one will more so than the latter. But either case, it's going to be a great addition and a great change, enabling more transactions to close with loan officer participation as we used to have in the past. I get the question all the time, hey, what's your rate today? You know what? It's almost impossible to answer that question without knowing some more information. I need it from you folks, and you can prime the pump with your borrowers if you will. We need to know the name of the borrower, we need their credit scores, we need the property type, we need the loan type, and we need to know what their down payment will be or what the loan to value is. Those are all factors in the risk-based pricing models that we're forced to adhere to these days and enable us to answer very accurately what the rate would be then and there. Without that information, we're taking a blue sky approach. Frankly, the information I send you on a periodic basis is designed to give you a benchmark, something to measure against with regard to prior weeks or prior months, and maybe what my competition is doing as well. So there's no simple answer to what's your rate today. It just can't be done. Those who tell you that it can be are telling you a white lie, I will say. Hey, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau took effect on July 21st, I believe. It has over 100 employees, a $500 million budget, no leader, and no power at this point because without the leader, certain provisions of the law can't be enacted and the Bureau remains powerless. It was a great attempt to fix consumer abuses and some other consumer abuses through the Home Valuation Code of Conduct, the good faith estimate changes that we've undertaken. The change in compensation rules were all designed to help consumers as well. But guess what happened? They've increased the cost of closing by 8.8%. Consumers on average are paying 8.8% more to close the average $200,000 transaction than they were a very short while ago. Consumer protection costs, I guess. That's the answer from Congress. I'm not real thrilled with what's going on in Congress. I don't think they've done a lot to help you and me and do our business. I think consumers have been left hanging. I think consumers have been abused in this process, and all in the interest of quote-unquote consumer protection. Well, those are just a few tidbits about what's going on. Doesn't sound very refreshing, and I'm sorry. I want to thank you for the business you've referred my way. I look forward to more of it. I do welcome your calls and any input that you care to share. And when given the opportunity to speak to somebody who makes a difference, do so if you would please. Let them know just how much they've helped us. That's it from Consumers First Mortgage. Have a great day, and thanks again for tuning in.